Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Orange Zeppelin and it's that time. It's past that time. It was that time and it's almost not that time. It is definitely a little late to be opening our June Art Snacks boxes. It is about to not be June, but I'm going to tell you guys, I opened up the box as soon as I got it, which was early in the month. And while I kind of have forgotten in that time what was in here, I recall this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So let's just go ahead and take a look at what we got. I actually had completely forgotten I got a bag out of here. So that is exciting. I forgot about this. I am excited again. I actually have another Art Snacks bag that I got. I don't even remember when I got this, but I've been using it for my water pens and some of my smaller portable paint brushes. So it is always nice to have these convenient pencil cases for traveling. It's like I stuck the menu in there already. We've got our sticker. And we have a watermelon warhead. Now that, I think, is where the normal things end. If I remember correctly, we're going to have some weird stuff happening. Let's see. Alright, we have, let's see, the Graph O twin-tipped water-based marker. We've got a nice sunny orange and blue. That on its own is so far fairly normal. This, as they say, water-based, we're going to be able to presumably blend it maybe with these, actually. That would be a good thing to combine these with. But then, now things are starting to come back to me. We've also got a set of metallic pens. This is an Art Snacks exclusive. I'm gonna stick this under that because I have a slanted desk. Things seem to just run for the hills when I place them down. Okay, so these metallic pens, just for Art Snacks, let's see, 1 millimeter fine line. This is not something I use very often. I don't do a lot of metallic pen things. We've got a whole bright sunny rainbow of colors. Do we actually have a full rainbow going on? Wait a minute. I need to do that the other way. That's not how rainbows work. Give me a second. We've kind of got a rainbow of colors going on. That's more of a gold. So this is going to be, I think, very, as the name implies, very metallic. We're going to be very sparkly and colorful. And I don't know how much sparkly, colorful, metallic anything I'm very known for in my art. Colorful, definitely. I do really like bright colors on a strong black background. Metallic will be very interesting. So what we're going to do with this will be a big question. But first things first, let's do some swatching. Alright, so this notebook, I think this is what I got during the Art Snacks paper sale, and that might have even been when I ended up with this case here, because I know they threw it in with something. So I think this is a perfect notebook to use, and this is a nice and smooth paper. This should hopefully work well for markers. We'll see if... Actually, did I ever use this with markers before? I don't know if I did. This holds up to paint pretty well. That is actually some marker. That actually dried really textured. That's interesting. But that didn't bleed through. I'm going to assume these are not going to bleed, but just in case, because it's good to be safe. This is such thick paper that I don't think we're going to have too much bleeding issue, but I don't know. Those could be famous last words. Let us see. Okay. Gotta put it on that direction. Let's see how the graph. Oh, marker. I like how that looks. That is a very nice, vibrant orange, kind of a yellowy orange. It's not too scratchy on the surface. Oh, that's a really nice, precise tip there. That will be fun to experiment with. Let's see. That is a very good line art tool there. Let's see. So already this is giving us some potential line art options. Let's take a look at our blue color. Everything is sliding down. Oh my goodness. And I like the texture of the nib. How does it describe? Flexible brush nib and fine felt nib. Let's see. It's got like, it's not so flexible that it's just softening into nothing. It's got a decent bit of spring to it. Now, let's see. How it will blend with a little bit of water. All right, so that is actually liquefying fairly well. Maybe, I don't know, can we get some decent blending happening? Oh, there we go. We have some blending happening. All right, so that gives me some interesting ideas on what we can do. More specifically with these two markers here, we could do a lot with that. It's really once the metallic markers come in and join the party, that's where I'm not 100% sure. Now, it does say our metallic pens, these are waterproof. So let's see. That's something that could go on top of this. All right, let's see what level of metallic we're looking at. That is very metallic. All right. The texture of this pen, like the shape and the feel of this pen, is kind of reminding me of just cheap Crayola markers, but the color, it's actually hard to, I don't know if you guys are seeing anything different than I am. It's partly my light here is hitting this in such a odd way that it's hard to really see the color well. It doesn't look like it's going down super solid. This looks a little better, maybe. I don't know. It just doesn't look like one solid color, but that could just be the nature of the metallic sparklies. Maybe I need to just get with it and do more metallic sparkly things, and then I will understand. I do occasionally use gold, because this can look really, really cool in conjunction with some black line art, some white highlights, adding in some gold. That can look really cool. So this is something I can see myself using. See, we've got a lot of sparkly, colorful magic. So the question here is, also, let's actually put this to the test. Let's see. Oh, that actually is blending. Wait a minute. Now, probably if I let this dry longer, it's not gonna do this at all, and it's just because I'm going on when it's still wet. But it is possible that I could kind of break the rules here, and I might be able to blends this out. Okay, wait a minute. Actually, let me hold this up so it's easier to see, possibly easier to see. You can kind of see when I liquefied this that the little metallic sparklies, the little crumblies, they have kind of separated. You can see it in the gold, not so much in the purple. So maybe if I didn't want it to be too metallic and sparkly, I could break the rules a bit and I could blend it out. So that is giving me some ideas. I'm going to do some sketching and then I will be right back. So I have had a few art snacks videos where I've looked at an assortment of products and was like, I don't know what the hell to do with this. It doesn't look like what I usually use. And very often after a moment of deliberation, it's like, there's an obvious answer. And in this case, the answer actually was extremely obvious. We're gonna draw some little dragons. You see, I do like drawing dragons. I did this dragon just the other day because drawing dragons is always a good decision. And this is the decision that we should make today. Dragons can be cute, they can be intimidating, they can be sparkly and magical, they can be not sparkly. We're gonna do some sparkly magical dragons, and we're gonna make them little guys like that one he looks very perturbed because he is slightly melting, but that's okay. We are gonna draw some little tiny dudes and maybe not have them melt. And I'm also thinking, let's just do this a little more casual today. Maybe not do just a whole main piece, but just draw little dragony dudes. And have kind of an idea for what I want to do. Let's see. Because what's going to happen is if I use this for line art first, it's going to liquefy along with these. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to start out doing some line art. That we are already not very majestic. Already he is not the most majestic. This is like a little crocodile guy. He can... Maybe we'll get some... This is a pterodactyl, but you know what? Pterodactyls, dragons, it's the same thing. It's the different words for the same ass dude. Look how happy he is. Oh, this is a friend. Alright. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Now that we have... Is this gonna work? Okay, wait a minute. It's kind of working there. There we go. We're kind of using this... I was hoping this was going to be more like preliminary line art that we can pull into shading. And then we're going to be able to go in with this and do our actual line art. This is still kind of staying as line art, but let's see. I think we can get this to work here. I'm not even sure this guy looks like a pterodactyl. I'm not sure what this guy is, but he is delightful. Let's see. Can I get a little more? This is specifically something that's not supposed to be water soluble, so... Like I said, we're kind of breaking the rules here. Oh, that's actually getting a little textury there. Also, let me scoot everything down so it's easier for you to see. But this is getting a little bit textury. The felt tip is having a bit of a hard time going on the wet paper, so that might be something we don't want to do too much. Let's see, can I scrape? I don't know. Let's see. But it does seem to be working. I'm going to let this dry for just a little bit once we have most of our shading down, and then I'll be able to go on with the blue pen. Actually, while I'm waiting, I'm going to do something just with this pen. Let's Let's draw something that actually kind of looks more like a dragon. And I'm just going to be freehanding all these. So these could end up extremely bizarre. This is already extremely weird. What am I drawing? Okay, let's draw some little horns. I think we have a rejected Pokemon. I don't know why I decided we need to draw the weirdest dragons today, but like I said, I was gonna say there's no wrong way to draw a dragon, but I don't know. I think I found the wrong way to draw a dragon. Maybe he just needs wings. Maybe that's the problem here. We can give him a little bit of scale texture. This might get lost once we... Oh my goodness, this is why I needed a... This is why I do pencil sketching. But, I don't know. Let's go in. Let's get some wings. I don't know. He's looking dragony now. I think this is kind of working here. He's a little awkward, but he is doing his best. There we go. Now... Okay, hold on. You gotta put this cap on. Then we can stick this sucker right there. Now let's get some nice shading. I do really like this particular color. It's very bright, sunny orange. Okay, let's do a little bit of our blending this out. Let's see. I do think that is a really nice color gradient that we're getting there. I think that looks nice. Let's try to fill him out a little bit, make him a little more three-dimensional. Okay, this guy, he's looking nice and bright and sunny. This actually, I think this is a good dragon. This is a fine dragon we have here. I might add a little bit of this also. We're gonna see blending this gold in at all. Okay, here we go. Ah! Alright, while we're waiting for this guy to dry up a little bit, I think he's actually a pretty good looking dragon here. This is a fine fellow. We're gonna go in and we're gonna add a little more line art and detail to this guy. The paper's still a little bit on the wet side, so I need to go pretty carefully, because I feel like this particular tip, that's probably going to tear the paper really easily if we're not careful. But it's also not so wet that we're going to have to worry about the lines getting super smeary. I don't know what this guy is reminding me of. He's reminding me of something. He fits in... He fits into the franchise or property of something that is just not coming to my mind. Is there like a McDonald's character that's a little dragon guy? Maybe he's one of the characters in the 13 Land Before Time sequels that I've just forgotten consciously. I can't believe there were 13 of those movies. I kind of remember the first one, maybe tangentially. Maybe I have had a fever dream that I'm mistaking for Land Before Time. But just 13, man, I don't know. Do I want to put any hatching? I don't know. I already started doing that. So, well, now I gotta commit. But we're just going to hatch a tiny bit. Because if I have a nice shaded gradient, I don't really need the hatching. So might just be superfluous at this point. Oh, but he's so happy. Our little friend, our dinosaur friend. Alright. This actually would be, I think, the right color to use on this guy. Also, we've got a complementary color. And orange and blue are an excellent color scheme. Okay, this guy is actually delightful. Now that he's got a little more shading, he's got some line art. This is actually a delightful dragon. So, what other colors we got? Well, we have green. That seems like a very appropriate dragon color. Let's see. Okay, I'm actually going to start with this, I think. Let's see if we can actually draw a little more of a badass dragon. We're gonna go in a... Do I want the horns like that? Like that? Okay. I think it might not matter to make things on the sketchier side because I can basically blend everything out. They say there's a very subtle difference between drawing a dragon and drawing a horse, which I can't draw horses, so maybe... Well, I can draw perfectly fantastic dragons here. As you can plainly see, I can draw magnificent dragons. Horses? I don't know. I have not figured those out. I still have PTSD from... I was like 2 lines into drawing a horse. This was back in middle school, so this already tells you where the story is going, but I was like 2 lines into drawing a damn horse, and this girl looks over and is like, do not tell me that is a horse. And every time I have drawn a horse since, it's that has stuck with me. So maybe what I need to do is I need to practice some horses. I need to conquer that. I need to draw the best damn horses anyone has ever seen. But right now, we are going to be drawing the best dragons you have ever seen. blend this guy at all because I like his hatching. I like how he turned out. I'm going to add... do I already not like that? Well, okay. Okay, wait a minute. Well, maybe we're blending. Actually, this might look better if I'm not immediately under the ring light. Let's see. I think it's because my view of this... the light is hitting the metallicness of that marker, and so it's making it kind of hard to see what exactly is going on. I'm going to scoot my chair off to an angle. Actually, you know what I'm going to do just for a little bit, just to see. Maybe I don't like the metallic on this guy. Because now that I have that off, also you guys can't see anything other than vaguely orange. There we go. I think it's not working with the blue optimally. Let's see. We're going to blend it out just a little bit, and that's all the blending that's going to happen on this particular dragon. Can I get that to work? Oh, goodness. I'm glad I didn't do more. Glad I didn't do it on his face. I don't know. I don't know, man. I liked it better before I did that. But... well, what colors have I not used? I still haven't used green and I haven't used pink yet. So let's come up with another green and pink dragon. Maybe not at the same time. This is giving me Barney energy. I don't think we want Barney. Do we want Barney? We could have an incredibly evil looking Barney. Let's see how... I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. How do I want to create evil Barney? Is that just redundant, though? Isn't Barney just inherently evil? Isn't Barney just already an abomination? I might be just doing something that already exists, evil Barney. Okay, I'm going to start with this, because this is kind of going to be our lighter line art. Well, our lighter sketch layer. Let's see. Evil Barney, let's go. I don't know what the hell I'm drawing, but it don't look too much like Barney, but I did say evil. This guy is really evil Barney in the sense that he is the evil version of the PBS children's television series Barney. I think that maybe his name just is Evil Barney, unrelated to the other Barney. Well, because I said that now. Okay, we're gonna draw the actual evil Barney. I don't remember what the hell Barney looks like. Does he have a nose? What the hell does Barney look like? Well, that's just Grimace. Okay. Do we need one more dragon? I think we need just one more dragon. We need to use some of this green here. So what I think I'm gonna do, I'm gonna block in a shape with this, and then I'm gonna go in, presumably with our blue, and kind of do line art from there. I don't want to completely cover up evil Barney. I am realizing now Barney is a dinosaur. He is not a dragon. I'm not up on my Barney lore. Let's just squeeze a guy in here. I don't know if the wings are looking like a whole lot of anything right here. They're stuck behind Evil Barney of the non-PBS sense. The dragon simply known as Evil Barney. Alright, and this guy probably is going to have to sit and dry for just... We're going to cover Evil Barney Prime just a bit here. He's probably going to have to sit and dry just for a little bit before I attempt to go in with any outlining. Alright. Okay, so while I was waiting for this to dry, I also drew this. This is the Spyro that you get on Wish.com. He needs to be purple if he's gonna be Spyro. Let's see. What does Spyro even look like? I think he's got yellow horns. He's like purple and yellow or something. Yeah, this is the Spyro you order on the Temu app for like $2 and it shows up and now you have a curse upon your household. Actually, he's kind of got the Gremlin the Dragon from... There was this really cool Flash Gordon cartoon from the late 70s. The first season is basically split up from a Flash Gordon animated movie that they just decided, hey, let's make this into a spread out TV series. So first season, that's fantastic. Second season, they introduced this character. Very first episode, they introduced this character named Gremlin the Dragon. And if you thought that Scrappy-Doo needed to be thrown into a wood chipper, oh my god, Gremlin the Dragon just makes Scrappy-Doo look like such a likable, nuanced, beloved classic character. I know there's some Scrappy-Doo enthusiasts out there, but oh my god, I don't think anybody likes Gremlin the Dragon. This thing, oh, it was the worst example of Scrappy-Doo syndrome I have ever seen. This guy is nowhere near wretched enough to be Gremlin the Dragon. Also, once again, my ring light seems to be trolling me, and I'm having a hard time seeing exactly what is occurring with my line art over here. Let's see. Can I eventually... Is this gonna start looking like something? I don't know. I'm not seeing a lot. Well, how's about instead I get the brush out. Let's see how this is working. Because have I really experimented with putting this on top of the metallic thing? I don't know if I really have. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a scale pattern here. Because I don't know how textury... I mean, we have a little bit on Evil Barney over here. Maybe a little bit of scale texture, but not so much on our other guys. Let's actually go pretty dark over here and then work our way into the textured scale and maybe not make it look quite like feathers. Also, that shouldn't really be scale texture. Let me think. That's I think I'm losing the vision of where his wings were supposed to be. Oh dear. Well, okay, there's an arm, and then this is like a wing coming back. Okay, hold on. He's got a little bit of wing just behind Evil Barney here. Alright. I think, for the most part, the outlines that I've been making have been working out very well. I have not needed to cheat and get any black pens. I have not felt the need to cheat and get my white gel pens out. This has actually been pretty fun, even though when I first opened this box, I was thinking, I don't know, man, this is not what I normally do, but I think just futzing around and trying something stupid is sometimes that's the best thing to do. And you know what? I think overall I am happy with this assortment of dragon friends, though they may be varying levels of friendly. They are all friends in my eyes. You know what? We're gonna sign this. Because I stand by my work today. Alright. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me on this very much experimental adventure. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out. Let me get everything from the box on screen here. There we go. And definitely I had fun with this, so I hope you guys also had fun watching me. Tell me in the comments who is your favorite dragon of this assortment? Which character sparks the most joy? And I will see you in the next episode.